Libra, if you have recently felt that something in your life is quietly moving toward a decision, August 16th, 2026, may be the day when the hidden pieces finally begin to connect. You may not wake up knowing exactly what is about to happen, but as the day unfolds, a conversation, message, invitation, or unexpected realization could make you look at an important part of your life from an entirely different perspective. This is not a day for pretending that everything is fine simply because you want to keep the peace. It is a day for discovering what peace actually means. For you, Libra, balance has always mattered. You naturally try to understand both sides. You think before speaking. You often compromise when other people refuse to. But sometimes, in trying to keep everyone comfortable, you can become the person who is carrying the discomfort for everyone else. August 16th asks you to stop doing that. If this reading is for you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay until the end, because this day brings important messages about your career, finances, love life, relationships, friendships, emotional strength, and the choices that may quietly influence your future. The energy around August 16th places special importance on communication and relationships. Something you have been avoiding may need to be discussed. It may concern work, money, love, family, or even a personal decision you have been postponing because you were afraid of disappointing someone. But remember this, keeping the peace is not the same as having peace. Sometimes silence creates a beautiful surface while something underneath continues breaking. Today, you may finally decide to look beneath that surface. Professionally, you could find yourself at a crossroads. Perhaps you have been wondering whether your current position still reflects your abilities. Maybe you have been doing more work than your title suggests. Maybe someone else has been receiving recognition for efforts you quietly contributed to. Or perhaps you simply feel ready for something more challenging. August 16th can bring information that helps you understand your next move. A manager may mention a new project. A colleague could recommend you for an opportunity. Someone from your professional past may contact you. Or you may discover an opening that was not previously visible to you. Don't underestimate a conversation today. For Libra, important opportunities often arrive through people. Someone may introduce you to another person. That person may offer information. That information may lead to a possibility. And that possibility may eventually become something much larger. So if you receive an invitation to talk, network, meet someone, or discuss a project, don't automatically dismiss it. Listen. Ask questions. Observe. You don't have to accept everything. You simply need to remain open enough to recognize what is valuable. If you have been thinking about changing careers, starting a business, working independently, or developing a creative project, August 16th is a good day to take your idea more seriously. You don't need to make a dramatic announcement. Start privately. Research. Plan. Calculate. Prepare. The strongest foundations are often built before anyone knows that construction has begun. Financially, you may also receive an important realization. Perhaps you have been spending too much energy trying to maintain a certain lifestyle. Perhaps you have been helping someone financially. Perhaps you have been waiting for money that has been delayed. Or maybe you are simply trying to decide whether a major purchase is worth it. Today encourages balance between enjoyment and responsibility. You deserve to enjoy your money, but your future deserves protection too. Before making a major financial decision, ask yourself, will this help me 6 months from now? Will it create value? Will it reduce stress? Or am I simply trying to make myself feel better for a moment? That question can be surprisingly powerful. There may also be an opportunity to create additional income. It could come through communication, design, social media, consulting, sales, creative work, teaching, or a personal skill. You may have been thinking that earning more requires something completely new. but perhaps the answer is already inside your existing abilities. You simply haven't packaged those abilities in a way that creates value. August 16th could help you see that possibility. Love becomes especially important today. If you are in a relationship, you may feel a stronger need for emotional balance. You may want to know whether you and your partner are moving in the same direction. Perhaps you have been thinking about future plans, commitment, living arrangements, money, family, or simply whether you both feel equally invested in the relationship. This is not a day to hide those questions. Talk about them, but do it gently. You don't need to turn every concern into an argument. You can say, "I want us to understand each other better." Those words can open a much healthier conversation than accusations ever could. Your partner may reveal something that you didn't expect. Maybe they have been worried too. Maybe they have been trying to support you but didn't know how. Maybe they need something from you that they were afraid to ask for. Or perhaps you will discover that the relationship has been out of balance for longer than you realized. If that happens, don't immediately panic. Clarity is not always comfortable, but clarity is better than confusion. A relationship cannot grow where both people are pretending. For single Libra natives, August 16th could bring an intriguing new connection. It may happen through friends, work, social media, a professional event, or an ordinary daily encounter. The person may not immediately appear romantic. You may simply enjoy talking to them. You may laugh, exchange ideas, notice that the conversation feels easy, and then later you may find yourself thinking about them. Don't rush. Some connections need time to reveal their true nature. The strongest relationships are not always the ones that begin with overwhelming intensity. Sometimes attraction grows because someone consistently makes you feel respected, understood, and comfortable. And that may be exactly the kind of connection you need now. If someone from your past appears again, however, be careful. You may feel emotionally pulled toward familiarity, but familiarity can sometimes disguise incompatibility. Ask yourself whether the relationship actually belongs in your future or whether you are simply remembering its best moments. Don't let loneliness rewrite history. Your future deserves an honest decision. Your friendships and social environment may also become more revealing today. Someone may show you exactly where they stand. A person you trusted could disappoint you. Another person you didn't expect could support you. These moments may change your understanding of certain relationships. And although that can be emotional, it is useful information. Not everyone who has been in your life is meant to remain equally close. Some people belong to one chapter. Others walk beside you for many chapters. And some appear briefly to teach you something you could not have learned alone. You don't have to hate someone to create distance. Sometimes you simply realize that your paths are no longer moving in the same direction. Emotionally, August 16th may bring an important lesson about self-respect. You may recognize how often you have compromised your own needs to prevent conflict. You may have said yes when you wanted to say no, stayed quiet when you wanted to speak, forgiven too quickly, waited too long, given people another chance when they had already shown you what they were capable of. Today, you may begin changing that pattern. And no, that does not make you selfish. It makes you more honest. A healthy relationship with yourself is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming clear. You can remain kind without allowing people to take advantage of your kindness. You can forgive without reopening the door. You can love someone without abandoning yourself. That is a different kind of balance. And perhaps it is the balance you have been searching for. Your mental energy may also be affected by too many unresolved decisions. You may have several things competing for your attention. Career question, a relationship question, a financial concern, a family issue, personal goal. Don't try to solve everything simultaneously. Choose the one decision that is creating the most internal pressure. Start there. One clear decision can create space for the next one. Your physical energy may also improve when your mind becomes less crowded. Take a walk. Spend time outdoors. Put your phone away for a while. Listen to music. Write down what is bothering you. You don't have to solve every thought. Some thoughts simply need somewhere to go. There may also be a subtle warning around people pleasing. Someone may expect you to agree. They may make you feel guilty for having a different opinion. They may say, "But I thought you understood." Remember, understanding someone does not mean agreeing with them. Compassion does not require self-sacrifice. And maintaining harmony does not mean surrendering your boundaries. If something doesn't feel right, you are allowed to say so. You are allowed to take time before answering. You are allowed to choose yourself. August 16th may also bring a glimpse of a different future. You could suddenly imagine yourself in a different job, a different city, a different relationship, a different financial situation, a different lifestyle. Don't dismiss these thoughts simply because they seem unrealistic at first. You don't need to build the future today. You only need to recognize what kind of future you actually want. Sometimes the first stage of transformation is not action. It is honesty. By the evening, you may feel that something has shifted. Perhaps you have finally decided what to do. Perhaps you have accepted what you cannot change. Perhaps someone has shown you their true intentions. Or perhaps you have realized that you have been waiting for permission that nobody ever needed to give you. Whatever the realization, let it settle. You don't need to rush. A decision made from calm understanding will serve you better than one made from fear. So on August 16th, 2026, Libra, pay close attention to conversations. Watch the people who enter your path. Protect your money. Be honest in love. Don't ignore professional opportunities. And most importantly, don't confuse keeping everyone else happy with keeping yourself at peace. If someone offers you an opportunity, investigate it. If someone from the past returns, remember the whole story. If your relationship needs honesty, speak. If your finances need structure, create it. If your mind feels overloaded, slow down. And if your heart tells you that you have outgrown something, listen. Libra, August 16th may not bring one enormous event that changes everything instantly. Instead, it may give you something more valuable, clarity. And clarity changes choices. Choices change direction. Direction changes the future. You may realize that the life you want cannot be built by constantly protecting other people's comfort. You may realize that your dreams deserve the same attention you give everyone else's needs. You may finally understand that balance does not mean standing in the middle forever. Sometimes balance means knowing when it is time to move. And Libra, if August 16th gives you that moment, don't be afraid. Because the next chapter of your life may begin the moment you stop asking, what will keep everyone happy? And finally ask, what is truly right for me?